Thing this team has been through, how great does it just feel to be back in the win column?
Oh, it feels really good. I mean, I'm happy for the team. It was a long, crazy process to get to this point. Practicing a lot and then getting quarantined and then practicing a little bit more, quarantining, off, on, playing, not playing. It's been a challenge for everybody. I mean, a lot of teams are going through that. But we started off here in the league with two really good teams. So, happy to get that first win on the board, and now we just got to try to build on it.
Chelsea and NECA both had very great performances for you guys tonight. What could you say about those two?
We needed it. Chelsea's been struggling a little bit, and she played finally tonight how she's capable of playing. She'll say the same thing. So to her have a performance like that, she continues playing like a first-team all-conference player. We should be able to win a lot of games. NECA as a freshman to do what she did tonight is, kind of shows you what she's capable of, and proud of them all, really. I mean, it was a team effort, and happy we got the win.
Coach, how big of an emphasis did you put on turnovers? Because, you guys cut them in half today. I'm sure that was a pretty big part of it.
I mean, it's been huge. I mean, it's been an emphasis the whole year. I mean, I feel like if we take care of the ball like we did tonight, we could be 3-1. And that's hard to swallow, but at this point you have to, because those games are over. But the team made the switch mentally tonight and found a way to take care of it and found a way to get the win.
And you guys started out very fast too. What's the difference there? That's the best first quarter I think you guys have had so far. What's the difference tonight?
I think we took care of it a little better in the first quarter tonight. And our defense has been pretty solid. We held them to 35% from the field, 30% from three. We just haven't taken care of the ball. So, that's the whole difference. Rebounding, we're giving up a few too many offensive rebounds, but ultimately we took care of the ball and got the job done.
Coach, with it being a weird year as far as with the Horizon League doing the weekend kind of series, how do you kind of build on this momentum with now just having a couple practices and not having to be able to get back onto the floor pretty quickly?
I think the biggest thing is it's hard for the winning team to bounce back and win that second game. It's really makes it hard. It's tougher on the home teams in a sense that they don't have the home crowd and they don't have that advantage. So, I see that a little bit more. But I think ultimately you just got to be mentally tough and find a way to get the job done night in, night out. It makes prep a little easier because normally you got another team 2 days later. You got to try to fit it all in a day and a shoot around. So in that sense, it's a little bit easier. But ultimately, you can't make too many adjustments from one night to the next. So you just try to do what you do a little better than than the other team does what they do.
For you and the ladies, how important work was it to get one tonight too at home before going on the road too? Because you had 4 straight at home and then having to go on that road trip to Chicago.
Yeah, it was just I can't understate how important this game was in getting a win for our team. Confidence more than anything else. We have a lot of good players, but we've been sitting out for so long and not having. Our first 2 games we played a team that had already played 6-7 games, and then Oakland's already played 10 games when we were playing our 3rd game. So it's kind of hard to overcome that. So to get this big win, now we got 4 games under our belt. Starting to get more comfortable with our offense, with how to substitute when you got back-to-back games, who's playing well together, all that stuff.
Coach, how hard is it just from a coaching standpoint this year, just with having to worry about all the adjustments that you guys are just having to do in terms of COVID, and then what's going on the floor as well? How much of a wrinkle is that for you guys?
It's been a challenge for everybody, for us, for all the teams, and you just try to do the best you can. I try to sit back sometimes and think, that we're trying to win and we're trying to do everything we can, but there's a lot of people dying over COVID, and this is it's a game ultimately, and I get as intense and into it as anybody, but I'm trying to be a little more understanding with what we're going through, with what families are going through, with what neighbors are going through and all this, and trying to put it in perspective a little bit.